Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys two secret campaign levels hidden on Halo 4 on the Prologue and Epilogue missions. So, I did kind of briefly cover this in a previous video, but the main subject of it was about something else, and I only kind of showed one of the levels. But basically, on Halo 4, you know, there's a prologue and an epilogue to this game, and these are just cutscene only missions. There's absolutely no gameplay at all during these missions. And as we all know by now, the prologue and epilogue cutscenes on Halo 4, they're just video files, pre-recorded, pre-rendered video files. They're not actually like rendered real-time in-game. So, if those missions are just plain video files, what happens if we remove those video files and just like enable the missions to actually work without, you know, the cutscene or anything? Well, it took a little simple bit of modding, but once we did that, I'm going to show you guys what's actually going on behind the scenes of the cutscenes while they're playing. So, while the cutscene video files are playing, you are actually spawned in as Master Chief, and this is the Prologue mission. I'll show the Epilogue after this one, but on the Prologue mission, you are actually spawned in as Master Chief, and, well, there's actually a little bit of a map that you can play on. So to speak, as in you just have this little platform here that you stand on. You spawn weaponless. Now in the game files there are actually weapons on this map, they're just not used anywhere, but I could technically mod it to spawn with weapons. It's just it wouldn't really do much with that, but you know, there are weapons on this map, and in theater mode we can you know, using Lord Zed's theater mode mod, we can get a better look at what's going on around here on the Prologue mission. So on the Prologue mission, on this level, it really is just all black out there. There's nothing out there. The lighting is actually pretty bad too. You don't really get to see much, and if you jump off the platform, you will die and despawn, and then it will actually revert to the last checkpoint. But aside from that, one interesting to note is that when Master Chief is weaponless, he does slide around when you walk. And you actually can't crouch either. I mean, in first person it does look like you're crouching, but in third person when you crouch, you don't see any animation for crouching. It's just, you know, the same animation. So yeah, there you guys have it. That is what the Prologue mission actually looks like behind the scenes without the cutscene. This is actually what's going on in gameplay, and what's, you know, hidden behind the cutscenes. Now as for what's hidden, the level that's hidden behind the Prologue mission, the Epilogue mission, well, this one, there's a little bit more to it, and this is actually the one I briefly covered in the previous video, but now I'll go a little more in depth into it. So on this mission, same thing, you still spawn as Master Chief weaponless on a platform that's floating, a tiny platform, but instead of being in a very dark room with nothing in it, there is now a skybox to this map, and you can see, you know, on distance in space, there's like a little bit of a nebula there, and of course, right in front of us when we spawn, there's, I assume that's the planet, yeah, that's the planet Earth, and the moon is there too, so that's, you know, a lot more stuff, skybox-wise, than the Prologue mission. The Prologue mission is a lot more empty than the Epilogue mission. Now, why does the Epilogue mission have a skybox, but the Prologue doesn't? Well, I'm not sure, but my theory, my best guess is that at one point the epilogue was supposed to be like an in-game cutscene, like an in-engine cutscene, not a pre-rendered video file. So that's why they kind of started working on it. They had a skybox and everything for it, but at some point they decided, you know, just pretty early on, they probably decided to just scrap that, and instead of doing like a in-game cutscene, they went with the whole, you know, pre-rendered video file, just like they did with the Prologue. So that is probably why the Epilogue has a little more stuff on it. And just like the Prologue, there are, you know, in the game files at least, there are other weapons, but you just don't spawn with them. And like I said, I could mod it to spawn with it, but it wouldn't really make a difference. It's nothing really to shoot at or anything to use weapons on. But aside from that, you know, both the Prologue and Epilogue missions are very similar to each other. It's just the Epilogue is, I guess it looks nicer. But yeah, so there you guys have it. Those are the two secret hidden campaign levels behind the scenes of the Prologue and Epilogue missions. That is actually what's going on in gameplay while you're watching the Prologue and Epilogue missions. Of course, you don't actually have control over Master Chief during this cutscenes because that's disabled. But in this video, I re-enabled it, so that's why I can move around. But normally, you wouldn't be able to move around during the cutscene. But anyways, hopefully you guys found this video to be interesting, and if you did, then as always, make sure to leave a like. Leave thoughts and comments. If there's anything else you check out or look into, just let me know. But aside from that, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time. Bye guys!